Okay, live stream. Hi. Come in, we're gonna start soon. Yeah, welcome, Kevin. We're just gonna share this to all our pages. Hi, Ryan Lee. Welcome. We're gonna start in 2 minutes. Who is in? Alex, who is in? Welcome. Okay, we just let the audience build up. We're gonna start at 2 o'clock sharp. Welcome. Today we have a 𝗍𝗃 king specialist here to share with you about F&B. Please share this page to people that you think will have value, and especially in this troubled time with F&B, so that if you guys are doing whether home F&B or cafe or restaurant, you and your friends and family can get value from this talk. One more minute to welcome everybody. Please give us a shout out. If this is your first time here, please give us some love. Hi, Fidelia. Hi, 𝗬𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃. Welcome back. If it's your first time here, type 1 so that we can welcome you. Okay, it's now 2 o'clock. We will start. Okay. Let's switch on all our video. Can all the panelists switch on your video and unmute yourself so that we can introduce each other. Hi, JJ.
Hi, Alex.
Let's wait for Jackson. Okay, a bit about me. My name, I'm Alex Wong. Of course, I'm a business entrepreneur, as some of you might know me, and I'm a qualified accountant from Australia. So today, I have a good 2 panelists with me. One is a good friend of mine that I know him since he was with 𝗍𝗃 king, and that's how I get to know 𝗍𝗃. Okay, I co-founded InTune, and we specialize in finance and HR outsourcing, and we specialize in supporting SME to become large. Okay, let me get JJ to introduce himself. JJ, over to you.
I'm 𝗍𝗃𝗃𝗃. Thanks, Alex. I'm 𝗍𝗃𝗃𝗃. I'm the founder and managing partner of Phang & Partners, a legal firm who specializes business and company restructuring activities. So we help SME and business owners to manage their businesses effectively in accordance to the law, especially on industrial relations and employment. So we also advise business owners to take proactive measures to prevent any disputes among business to business and to promote industrial harmony between the employer and employees. Thank you, Alex.
Yes, I work with JJ in supporting some of our clients. He can share with you more. Next, the star of today, Jackson. Jackson, please introduce a bit about yourself.
Okay, hi everyone. Okay, my name is 𝒍𝒊𝒗𝒆. I'm actually from 𝗧𝗹𝒃𝗃𝗃 based in Sarawak. Okay, a little bit about myself. I'm actually born and raised in Ipoh, same like Alex, in a family of food court and canteen food supplies operator. I get my degree in food service management in food with first class honors, and also have a various professional certificate which actually covering on training, food safety, kitchen specialist, and also on construction. And some of my achievement is on the first, I'm actually leading the team to become the first Japanese restaurant chain in Malaysia, which actually the Sushi King previously, to be certified on their food safety and their quality management system ISO 9001. And I have experience on designing and constructing more than 100 commercial kitchens, on various food and commercial food retail establishment. And on my side, on the low side will be, I have a real hands-on experience operating restaurant and cafe on various segments, from the food stall, or the kopitiam, right until fine dining in the hotel. That's about me.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so today you get Sushi King. Shout out to Philip Lee, first timer. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we have started, InTune has started a series of live feed. We have all these live feed to actually support SME owner from different segments. This is a challenging time. The good news is May 4th, we can now partially come back out and do business. Okay, so for those of you who have joined us, please share the live feed to your Facebook so that you, your friends and family can also take advantage of this. So currently, MCO is like riding a roller coaster. Sekejap ada, sekejap tak ada. So it goes up and down. And sometimes I think business owner as well as F&B owner, we're just not sure what kind of ride it is. Okay. Now remember, although we are opening on the 4th of May, it is not business as usual. Okay. There's still a lot of SOP, standard operating procedure that you must follow. If not, your business may be shut down. So if you are not aware of the SOP, please type SOP. I will get my team to send you the SOP that you need to comply when you open business. Okay. So in the recent 2 weeks ago, since the inception of MCO, there is a poll among all the restaurants, the big restaurant, 83% of business has dropped, although they are under essential service, and they are suffering 105 million in revenue loss just over a month. And this is only a pool of 200 restaurants. And among the 200 restaurants, some of these are top restaurants, only 20% are able to open and remain open during this period. A further 30% of eatery have to totally shut down their business, and 50% remain partially open, either through reduced hours or opening selected hours. And even restaurants that have to work with food delivery providers are suffering, because some of these providers pick up to 30% commission for each transaction, eating into their GP or gross profit margin significantly. Now, as a restaurant or business owner, you must be very concerned with your sales, your costs, your cash flow, your business. Is it going to generate enough sales? Where are you going to look for customer? How are you going to get sales? How are you going to sell your F&B? And how are you going to cover things like rental, salary, loans, or utility during this period? So we're going to cover a bit of that. And by the end of this live feed, what we want you to get, you know where and what area in F&B you can go in to optimize your costs. Okay, we have an F&B specialist here for you. So ask all your questions. If you have any question, post in the comment section, and we will look out for all your questions, and we'll do our best to answer all your questions. Okay. Now, for some of you who are running business or restaurant, do you know if your business has sufficient cash flow? How long can you sustain? And how can you re-strategize or pivot your business? What is your number one number in business? So in InTune, we are a financial coach as well. We coach you based on your number. Okay. So in managing costs, what are your options? Like JJ said, how can you work together with your staff and in line with Code of Industrial Harmony? So get clear. So don't do the cowboy style. We have a lot of SMEs, sometimes they do cowboy style, they get into trouble. So what opportunities are there in F&B? How can you redesign or repivot your business to go to the next level? Okay, so I'm going to start with numbers. Now, for those of you out there, do you know what is the most important number in your business? Let's see who knows. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. See, anybody can say. If you can tell us what is the most important number, we may give you a lucky draw. Okay. Okay, so the most important number in any business is break-even point. A lot of people say cash. You may have a lot of cash, but what do you do with the cash? So what is break-even number? So break-even basically means it's the minimum sales that you must do every month in order to cover your fixed cost. So if you see from the example here, if your fixed cost is 80,000 a month and your GP margin is 20%, you need to do 400,000 sales in order to break even. Why? 400,000 times 20% is 80,000. And this is assuming you collect everything. And then you make 80,000 just to pay your 80,000. So minimum, that's called no gain, no loss. So in business, you must know your position to be able to break even. Else, having cost, having cash, having sales, you don't know where is your starting point. Anything above break even is where you start to make money. Okay? So an example here, business as usual before MCO. This is a typical company or F&B chain that they may be doing about 500,000 a month. Okay? Before MCO hit. If nothing happened, if you can see from the chart, by end of the year, they should make about 280,000 because every month they do 500,000, they minus off the cost, they have 20,000 profit every month in a steady month. Okay? So that's how you monitor your cash flow. And this is what we do for you if you are engaging us. We have your financial plan. So here I do a summary. Now imagine you are just running business as usual. If nothing happened, you're going to make 280,000. And now MCO come. Imagine there are some of you who couldn't do any cost cutting, like what I say. And then maybe they sell through channel like Foodpanda and all this slow down. The sales and the margin reduced by 30%. What will happen to your business? You will notice that the break-even point will increase to 571,000. That means now you actually need to sell more when your margin and sales drop. And even with that, you're going to make a loss of 260,000 if this is happening. And then some business owner or F&B owner start to take partial cost cutting. They may negotiate with the shopping mall owner or the landlord to cut down on rental. They may cut some of the expenses and they still retain the salary. With the same drop in sales, you can see the break-even point reduced, but the company is still making loss. Now, when the company have a holistic cost cutting, that means they are looking across the board to optimize their cost cutting as well as revenue, you will see that they have a chance now to break even, back to at least break even point. Of course, with Jetson around, and if you can reduce your losses, you can possibly turn around back and make some profit. So this is what we are working with SME owner in InTune. We work with you to work out your instant financial plan so that you know your numbers. And from the numbers, it's like a dashboard. Imagine you're driving your car. You go inside your car. You must know how much fuel you have. You must know what are the indicators, whether your airbag is working or not, whether your brake is working or not. So type CF if you don't know your cash flow. Type CF if you don't know your cash flow and you would like to know your business cash flow or your restaurant cash flow. Okay? So let me go to Jetson. Jetson, I'm sure many F&B businesses are struggling during this period. Now, what areas you think they should focus on to reinvent their business? How can you support them and give them some tips to redesign their business?
Okay, so in general, will be, as you say, Alex, we must actually look at the holistic point of cost cutting also on sales board, which is actually very true. Even I myself, been around, I think more than 30 years, if let's say I calculated from my mother time, from my parent time, so I still need Alex and the team's help to to look through my cash flow to make sure that it's a double and triple companies, because nowadays it's actually like a war. What we say is that failure is not an option. We can't make mistake now. So basically, we really need actual cash flow and actual data to guide us through. All right, so I will share with you a little bit on insight on what actually you can do as a business owner. Let me share my slide here. Okay, what should we do to turn around? So basically, I bring into two areas. First is actually the self-preparation. The second one is actually the area that actually we can holistically change from cost cutting and also to boost sales. All right. The self-preparation. The first thing is that we as a business operator or entrepreneur, the mindset is actually very important. We are not like a staff or even like a workers where here we actually have a lot of mouth to feed. I mean, they are saying that normally put the saying like, my staff can get sick, but we can't get sick. So first, it's not a war that we have seen before, because through our experience of on 20 over years in retail line, I never seen such a damage on the economy before. Even the previous two economic downturn also not as bad as this. So this one is where we really can't move. The second one, I'm aware that actually I'm not alone. The third one, I can win this with the input and research and all the sharing knowledge that the industrial leaders is. I think we can win this together. All right. For self-preparation, the first thing is like the most important is health. Nothing is actually more important than our health. You have the world under your feet with all the money. Also, if you don't have health, then gone you are. So make sure you take care of your health. You exercise well, you eat well and rest well, and also practice a very good personal hygiene. Without option, please use sanitizer. With option, please wash your hands and take baths very frequently. This is actually very important, because once you go into the positive case, you're in the GH and you're in quarantine, basically we can't do much. You have to remember, as an entrepreneur, we actually have a lot of mouth to feed. Okay. The second is actually upgrade yourself. Like me, now I'm actually very learn new skill. Okay. To be frank, earlier behind the scene, I've asked JJ and Alex how to actually get online. But every time it's actually the first time. So learn new skill. Then the most important thing is we get the right info. Previously, seriously speaking, throughout 20 over years, I just run by P&L. Now, you make money, I'm okay. You make money, I'm okay. But now, this is actually very, very critical where we can't manage by P&L. We must manage by cash flow. P&L show you positive, but your debtor aging, no cost you 90 days, 120 days. Your bank out of money, nobody can gonna help you. So for those who are really don't know what is your current financial standing, please talk to Alex and the team. I recommend you. All right. Then the last for me is like, I also a human, I actually feel anxious and actually quite, type pressure during this time. What I do actually, I still meditate and pray. I hope that everybody in a different, different religion belief, please meditate and pray to calm your soul. This is the first thing that we need to do. Okay. The second, cost cutting. So I still follow what Alex actually recommended. First, actually the cost cutting. The second, how we actually boost sales. Cost cutting. The first thing, I assume this like a wall. So I actually put a little bit like a wall. First, count our bullet first before we go into the wall. First, we must know our cash flow. So cash flow analysis by Alex and Dave by Industry Services is actually very important and actually very affordable. Please, talk to them. Actually, subscribe with them. Actually, at least get a very a basic idea on what is your current spending first. The second, after you know your cash flow, you need to rationing. How much cost are we talking about? Because not every business out there is damaging as another business. So some are people actually doing well. Some actually doing well. So must understand your industry, especially even the food. Also, we have actually a lot of sub segment. So understand. Then cost cutting effectively. You don't overcut until the business come in, then you have stuff to operate. Okay. The third one will be optimize your option. Get the maximum out of every stimulus program, the help offering that is actually out there. Then I believe that Alex and the team actually can help also. So please talk to them. Okay. Then do it right. Get professional help. Okay. For example, you really have trouble of getting your labor cost down. For example. Even though in the previous meetup, myself, Alex, and JJ, I myself asking, how can I go lower than 1,002? How can I cut stuff? Yeah, what is the loophole? So if there's the on that kind of period, then I think you can actually talk to JJ. JJ is actually expert on this. And the last but not least, we actually have a long way to go. We don't expect this pandemic will go away. Even they go away, so the economy won't be recovered for at least until end of the year or even maybe next year. So go lean. Outsourcing is a way to go. Okay. In order for you to boost your sales, we must actually understand a few things. First is actually to change of consumer behavior. Okay. Even though the MCO being lifted, even like now that I actually this morning actually talking to my all business other friend, those who are now allowed to run business, they are also scared to run business. You know, it's not as easy as that. So change your mindset. You know, basically we are talking about confidence. Those who are actually in the economy also know. It's not the economy downturn is the scary part. It's actually the consumer confidence that is the scary part. Okay. The second one is the slowing down of the luxury goods. We might accept that actually even now launching of iPhone 12, now launching of BMW, Mercedes-Benz, AMG, I think they will affect the sales tremendously. But this morning I read the only automobile company who makes money in the first quarter is actually Proton. You know, basically everyone is actually looking at essential consumption essential, and nobody can deny now the online marketing will become the next thing. It's not a luxury anymore. It's a norm. So please, entrepreneur out there, please learn your marketing skills. And e-hailing will be one more area that people emphasize to. Even though after the MCO lift up, I believe actually a lot of people will continue to use on e-hailing. Of course, the e-hailing will some of e-hailing, the good company, the one that you know who, will charge as high as almost 30%. So I think we need to manage it because we cannot go without them. Even without them also, like the election, the 570,000 will not come in. So we need to actually manage that. And another norm for managing our staff will be flexible working trend and working from home. So maybe now is a time to actually to restructure back your manpower, reassign back a different packages. Maybe work on incentive system or a flexible working system to accommodate on your new business structure, because we can't run our business structure like previously before anymore. And also always high angle of businesses are like, we plan this presentation about a week beforehand, but yesterday we received a news that actually now we actually can operate. So the trend is always changing. So we must manage. Okay. The most important thing, some people actually previously they are actually looking at sales. Sales high means you say okay, but at the end of the day, if actually you don't run your ratio properly, it might actually turn out the other way around, just as what Alex shared earlier on. First, when you actually shift of your business model, is actually shift of your whole P&L ratio, the operation cost, the other reasons. Possible area to decrease will be manpower utilization. Maybe we are talking about outsourcing, this kind of thing, payrolls and bonuses. Because once you outsource, you don't have bonus to pay, rental space. With the new dynamic of the e-learning system, we don't. We don't really need such a luxury or the prime place like a 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃, that kind of things. Ultimately, actually, you can actually reduce your rental cost, because when you actually hire on e-hailing, you actually can operate from a warehouse. From a warehouse, we actually from 3,000 rental, you can jump to 5,000 rental. That's actually about 60 to 70% rental saving. Then also decrease on insurance, because you don't have that much of physical, the property anymore, like the retail services. So like fire insurance and other burglary insurance, all insurance, that one you can reduce. But reducing don't masuk in my pocket. Reducing is actually to cushion off the possible increase of the cost. The cost that actually definitely will be increased will be the marketing cost. Some people even a lot of F&B operators don't run online marketing, even don't run marketing at all. Ask them to put advertisement on newspaper, 50 ringgit only. People also say, ayo, cannot now, But now without you doing online marketing, I think very tough for you because mobility, the traffic, the traffic is, the pattern is totally changed now. And e-hailing costs, like Alex tell earlier on, e-hailing costs as much as 30%, we need to factor in. So this one increase, others increase, it will be balanced. If we don't change anything, this increase and the possible decrease also, you don't decrease, that is the challenges. Okay. Another area possible to increase will be commission. But once you restructure your, let's say for example, you change your staff into agent. So you pay them lower salary, but you pay them in terms of commission. That kind of structure. Sales increase, commission increase. So that is not another area that actually will affect your bottom line tremendously. But the whole idea is here, please adjust your own P&L ratio. Very important in order for you to generate targeted break-even or even profit, so that we don't double spend. All right. And how do we actually increase sales, both sales? I actually can share with you a few ideas. First, now even though you do online marketing or whatever, you know how many people are selling online in 1 hour now? One day, 1 hour. We are talking about not by thousand, if not by 100,000, it's actually by thousand. So easily your platform or your advertisers being drowned. So what we actually do is another area you can sharing a platform, because I just brainstorm in marketing. Like for example, now I'm an F&B operator. What if I change my platform that I actually build to sell Raya product, baju Raya kan? You're talking about jewelry kan? Those are essential for the Raya. So that kind of thing. So the second one also, those people already have a platform of 20,000-30,000 people. Please talk to them. Write on them, to the certain extent, pay them a certain commission in order for them, in order to use their system. The second one will be the agent system, where you actually can appoint your own staff to become your agent to sell your product online. What we actually call offline, online and offline. The third one will be another way. How do you actually optimize on your labor cost is you outsource your preparation. You don't cook from scratch anymore. If you cook from scratch, you need a big kitchen, you need a lot of manpower just to cook 2 kilos of sambal, for example. Now is the time actually for you to seek on the commercial product available all across Malaysia or to a certain all across this region. Everyone has it. So talk to all the suppliers. There is a reason why all those big boys like KFC, like McDonald's, utilizing this system, because this system will be minimizing on your labor costs. And last but not least, please, if as much as possible, if you are a small or medium-sized operator, if you are able, please outsource administration. Use all your energy, only focus on your business. And I just want to share a little bit of the real result with you guys. Will be okay. We have actually consolidated our operation from the first week. Okay, we actually talked to Alex and the team. And we actually run through a few of the exercise. What we actually do is we cut our cost by 30%. That's why actually I want to go lower. That's why Alex actually said talk to JJ. Okay, but up to now we are able to cut to near to 30%, and our cash flow able to sustain until end of the year. Not much on the impact. Don't say no impact. Sure got impact but we cushion the impact. The second, we adjust back on our sales projection, our operation, our OPEX is actually in accordance to a new projection. Let's say, for example, previously we need 10 people to run a 1 medium-sized outlet. Now, if you change to e-hailing, you might need 6. Make up the 4 labor to pay. To pay for the e-hailing services. That area we actually looking at. The second also, we readjust back on our business model based on online and e-hailing. Mean to say, now even though a small restaurant, I actually have a staff to sit down there playing handphone, send all the the online. We are talking about the booths. Talking about all the WhatsApp platform. So I think this is the must. Okay. The number 4 is actually we after calculation. We analysis, actually we out of 5 outlets we have in Kuching, we are able only run 4, because one of it we calculate front, back and right cannot make it. So cannot make it, we chop lah. So basically this is what we do. And the most effective that currently actually is so-called is our savior now. We run an online e-bazaar. What we do is that we break up of these 4 outlets, we break up into 3 teams. The 3 teams run different locations. You mean, let's say KL point of view, will be 1 north, 1 center, and 1 south lah. So what they do is like they generate their own traffic, and basically we also send our own stuff. We don't really rely online platform like e-hailing lah. So we also have our own delivery services. Up to now, with the adjusted cost, we are able to maintain 90% of our full-time manpower now. Up to now lah. Okay, that's about it for my little sharing.
Okay.
Back.
Interesting. I think what is happening now is like how Domino started. Domino used to be losing money in restaurant, and due to that, they decided to go into an online model, and they have their own bikers that send the pizza. I think a lot of business owners need to think about it, because Domino don't actually need a beautiful shop lot, or they don't need a beautiful restaurant. And once you're able to reposition and repivot yourself, I think that's where the opportunity is. Okay, JJ, you have been supporting a lot of SME business during this time. What do you think are the area that is most challenging for a lot of our SME or restaurant?
Well, Alex, thank you. I believe what Jackson just mentioned, what he says is true lah, because the consumer confidence now to spend money, right, is the main issue even after MCO. So the sales definitely will be affected greatly. So especially like during or even after MCO, business owners would definitely want to have effective plan for cost cutting. But we must know where to focus. Is it the rental, or like maybe salaries, all these things? But these are the fixed costs, of course. And usually the salary is the biggest cost incurred for the business operation. So this will basically be the main challenges. So I see many business owners, even at this time, they are still like confused with the procedures of implementing like temporary layoff or retrenchment, or some even implement pay cut in an ignorant way without like conforming or in accordance to the employment and industrial law. So like what Alex just mentioned just now, they do it the cowboy style, see. So what they did is just like
labor office instead of actually doing cost cutting.
Yes. So what they did is like they just make decision by themselves without doing a two-way negotiation. So with that, I can foresee there will be many industrial disputes that will arise after this MCO. So even worse, some business owners, they are abusing this situation to implement or maybe to dismiss their worker under guise of retrenchment. So this makes the situation even worse because they don't see there will come a bigger issue of like unfair or constructive dismissal suit come after them after this MCO. So on the other hand, like if you look in other side, some people, I mean, quite pathetic because they are not familiar with the procedures of handling effective cost cutting measure on maybe the employee's salary. So since they are not, they are not familiar with the law, they don't know what steps to be taken. So they are afraid to take necessary steps to reduce their operational costs. So for example, like salary. So I think this is quite sad because they have lost this opportunity, like to take a helpful measure that can actually help them in managing their business by reducing the fixed cost. So but it's still okay because for those who are listening right now, I take this opportunity to urge the business owner maybe to consider to, like what Jackson said, to outsource whatever is necessary, whatever is suitable. So for example, like maybe you engage some specialists to handle certain areas. Like for example, if we talk about, let's say a client, they have maybe a company, they have 3 persons working in the finance department, running running together, these 3 persons. So maybe their salary will cost around 10,000 ringgit already per month. But they are also cost on top of this stuff. For example, their computers, their allowance, the EPF, right? So totally totaling of this cost, it will make like 20,000 per month. Okay, so I was informed by Alex, and I believe that Alex and the InTune, the team, they can do the same thing, but only perhaps will be lesser than that cost. If I'm not mistaken, it's maybe like 7,000 per month like that. But maybe Alex, you will do
it 1/3 cheaper.
Yeah, much cheaper. Okay, so perhaps I think you all may consider about this thing, because and ask him further on this detail, because what the message that I want to deliver today is that we have to make the correct decision in accordance with the law. So, or else you are exposing your business to unfair dismissal disputes. So I know working on all this employment issue is very difficult, especially on top of right now we have a lot of different issues like this wage subsidy, those uncertainty on ERP and also the SIP. So I think my advice is, please go to the correct person for solutions. That's all, Alex.
Okay, yeah, like JJ said, you know, all these things is use professional. Business owner, restaurant owner, you guys are good at cooking. You guys are good at creating beautiful food. Focus on that. Leave the back end to the professional. Yeah, if you need any advisory, JJ can also go beyond. So if you have employment issue and if you have headache paying salary and you don't know how, I want you to type in the comment box below EE, so that you can get 5 to 10 minute free consultation from JJ. Type down there EE so that we can help you. So recently we helped a client reduce their employment cost by 50% in a productive way, in a way that win for them and win for the company. Of course, it's leaving each other better off. They won't be happy about it. No one wants COVID-19 to happen. No one wants to cut costs. It's a matter of riding this through together as a team. So it's about creating that win-win arrangement. Okay. So let me show you a bit more about the financial plan. Okay. So yeah, some of this has been mentioned. Some of these fixed costs are the area that you need to cut: rent, salary, advertisement, insurance, software, consultant, design and development. Rebalance your position. Some of these things, if you are in-housing, consider outsourcing. Things that you are having too much resources on, maybe work with a consultant, even with JJ or even with Jetson. If you want to restructure your entire operation or your F&B business, that's where they can help you to run it in an optimized manner. Central kitchen, take advantage of people's central kitchen. I think it's also a time for us to work together rather than trying to do everything alone. There's a lot of spare resources. I think that's where an opportunity to cut down some of these fixed costs up to 30%. And it's actually a win-win solution for everybody. So JJ has already mentioned, so in a typical company where we help, I think a lot of people now are struggling. I have a friend who, because of this COVID-19, he implemented a pay cut, but he didn't do it properly. The entire finance department, the 3 girls resigned on the same day. So they were stuck with the entire accounting department. So that's where we go in and we help them. And the difference is, most important is, instead of just getting junior staff or exec, you actually can speak to an accountant that can give you financial coaching. They can give you numbers. So generally, people that we work with, you're looking at about 40% saving in terms of your total cost, because let's not forget, there are also staff who have maternity leave. So these are all costs that you may not see as a holistic purpose. Okay. So lastly, you can actually get your instant financial plan. All those things that JJ talked about, that Jetson talked about, without having a number, you don't know where to start. This is where we provide you an instant financial plan. You sit down with us for 10 minutes, we can churn the report for you, and we can tell you exactly what you need to do, where you need to cut, how you need to cut, and where you need to restructure your organization, so that you can then focus on the business. Once you know your number, you know how to run your business. A lot of people challenge us, we don't know the number, so they cannot actually run the business. Okay, so based on just what Jetson speak just now, this is a typical scenario of the F&B restaurant that we work with. A typical restaurant, dine in 35%, labor cost 15%, fixed cost 15%, marketing used to be below 5%. They are already running at 70%. Of course, if they get 10% service charge, that may bring them down to 60% cost. Traditional takeaway, they don't have the 10%, their cost is 70%. Now with food delivery, this is where the problem is. that eats into their margin tremendously, and this is where they are suffering. So the opportunity is to look at all this and then work together with people like us, financial coaching, JJ in terms of legal coaching, and work with Jackson in terms of getting F&B coaching. That's where you have an opportunity to redesign your entire business operation together with a team like us. Okay, so this is what if you are interested in the instant financial plan, we have a special promotion for all the viewers today. You type IFP, instant financial plan, IFP. There'll be a link. You can also click on the link. We will send you a link and you can get all this for only 99 ringgit. We will sit down with you, whether you're F&B, whether you're cafe, whether you're doing your home business, whether you're SME, we can churn all this together and we'll give you a graph to tell you how long can you last, where is the dip and where's your pressure point. So with that, you can have better decision making with the financial coaching. Okay, I say special price 99, usually is 199 and the promo code is FB99. When you register, use the FB99 and you only get your own customized IFP for only 99 ringgit. Okay, so going forward, JJ, how can you help some of our SME besides just employee optimization plan? What are some of your area of expertise that you can also help SME during this troubled time?
Of course, Alex. Other than this handling all this like employment issue, because one part of it is also we are in terms of debt recovery, or because we need to effectively recollect the debts that due to us. For example, because sometimes court processes will take too long, or we need to have effective negotiation between parties in order for us to manage to collect back all the outstandings soon as possible. Or maybe we also can assist people to negotiate with their creditors in terms of how are we going to restructure the repayment of the outstanding debts that the current company owe to their creditors. I think these are all the restructuring practice. This is quite important, and also I think business owner, you should actually sit down and properly think and work it out. What are your current situation and which part you need to work along, and sit together with Alex, with InTune to talk on this thing so that we know whether you need what kind of help and how can we actually assist you from there. Okay.
Okay, so if you need any legal support, just type LL. So we know that you needed legal support, and then InTune is going to work closely with JJ. We are going to also offer legal outsourcing soon. That is our new product to help to support SME. What I realized when we started InTune, the main problem with SME is because SME generally, when they start business, they are actually very good in the product. They actually market the product. They don't have the skill set to actually handle all the back end, like HR, accounts, legal. They don't know how, they don't want to deal with this, and they don't enjoy doing this. So it's from there where I started InTune with my wife. And that's where our vision is actually to support every SME to become large. We want them to know that they can go in front and fight at the front liner. Leave the back and the goalpost to us. We have to take care of them, and we make sure that there is no 𝗶𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃 or no breakage at the back. So they can then focus doing what they do best. Okay, Jackson, what are some of the services you can help to our F&B owners? Some of them may be very hungry for your support.
Yeah, before that, I actually must highlight also, the legal. Please don't forget about the legal side. Especially when you're talking about now season of laying off, you lay off wrongly, industrial court and the labor court come after you. The bill will be, I think, like 10 times higher than what JJ will charge you.
Which is true.
Okay, so I have a little bit on our side. Okay, what you actually can leverage on us. Some of the product are Sarawak or Kuching only, but some of the product actually we can go across nationwide. Okay, the first 3 products currently is only operating at Sarawak only, and the fourth part, the training, we actually can go nationwide, but via online or even the offline. I believe actually now everyone go online. Okay, the first one is actually we actually have a center kitchen. We specializing on hot pot and cookfish and cook-chill products. So I said that let the daily job to us. So let us play the midfielder. You play the striker. So, just for example, I'll give you a very simple example, like husband and wife, or even a team of 3-4 people. Normally, normal backyard operation, 50% of your time is doing preparation of product. 50% is actually doing the actual business, where we actually close sales and generate our income. But just imagine you outsource to us the product. Actually, believe me, actually not as expensive as you actually imagine. You spend a little bit more, but now you actually can fight and strike your sales double of your timing. Instead of 6 hours, you can do 12 hours. Those who can do 8 hours, now you can do 16 hours. So that is the beauty of outsourcing. The second one also, bakery, is on bakery and bakery products. We're talking about cakes and cakes and bakery. Some are jams. So we actually can do that. The third one is actually those who people in the intermediate food industry, where you need various products to be to be market out. So maybe you lost your marketing team. You don't want to market out. Maybe you actually can talk to us. All right. And final but not least will be on training and consultancy. When you actually talk to Alex and JJ, they give you a plan. These are the area to work on. But if in terms of specifically on F&B, you really don't know how to maneuver, do talk to us. We will give you the possible solution for you to work on. And a little bit on the production that actually we run through. This is actually the bit of our center kitchen, and also we have actually a commercial bakery, and we also assign contractor for all the KFC and Pizza Hut bun in East Malaysia and Brunei. Okay, that's about it.
Okay, so if you need any support in F&B, I want you to type FF so that we know you needed some support. So Jackson can be in touch with you. Type FF, and then he will be able to support you in terms of creating your working together. I think it's about time F&B industry also come together and work together in a way. Okay, so any question from the floor? Any question from the floor? So we are open to question time. Now it's question time. Any question from the floor? Any question? Let me check. Yeah, okay, no question from the floor. If there's no question from the floor, I think let's give them a minute, see whether there's any questions on the floor. So anyone who wants to start your own F&B, type Y. I want to start my own F&B business. Type Y so that we know you're going to start your own F&B business and we can give you a shout out. Anyone? Okay, if there's none, thank you very much, JJ. Thank you very much, Jackson.
Thank you.
All the way from East Malaysia, all the way from Malacca. Now, with Zoom, with Facebook Live, the marketing is totally different. We can now reconnect each other in whole Malaysia in different time in one location. And I want to thank JJ for your legal support, and I want to thank Jackson for your F&B support. See you soon.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Thank you.
Bye.